baby? What, honey? What's up, baby? Hi. Come here, then. How's everyone doing? Oh, I shut the door and now you don't want in here? This cat just can't make up his mind. Dusty. Come here, honey. Alright. Come on, baby. Anyway, how's everyone been? I hope everyone's doing well. Hope everyone's had a good weekend. Why do I feel like I'm forgetting something? What the fuck am I forgetting? This has been happening to me way too much recently. Anywho, I do believe I have kept you guys waiting long enough. So, grab your Storykeeper's cup, grab a blanket, grab a stuffy if you have one. Grab a pet and snuggle up because it's story time. If my sleeve doesn't disagree with the book. I'd forgotten how delicate my old computer was. If I pushed the screen open too fast or a millimeter too far, the whole display would turn a very alarming shade of muddy green. I pulled it closer and held my breath until the black light came on again. Then, I clicked on the folder labeled Dad's Stuff. It was only a backup meant to be deleted after he transferred all of his files to the new computer, but I never got around to deleting it. I clicked through, looking for the backup of his contacts list. Then, sorry, my hair is starting to annoy me. Joys of having long hair. Where was I? Then I opened that and did a search for Dr. Pamela, general practitioner. And a phone number. It was 4 o'clock, which meant 7 o'clock in Connecticut, which meant that Dr. Pamela, or Pamela, I don't fucking know. I'm gonna say this multiple different ways. I already know that. Was probably long gone for the day, but I figured I could leave a message and ask her to call me back on Monday. To my surprise, someone picked up on the first ring. Hello, Dr. Pamela speaking. Hi, I said. My name's Willa Kresge. My dad was a patient of yours. Paul Kresge? Paul Kresge, she repeated. Her voice was deep and rich with authority. Oh, Paul Kresge. Yes, of course. It's been about 2 years since he passed away, hasn't it? It'll be 2 years, May 16th, I said. I know it's late, but I was hoping I could ask you some questions. Well, I may not be able to answer everything. Oh, good God, I am so sorry. No. No, you are not right. I'm so sorry, I just saw that comment. Some comments don't load for a while, and it's really weird. YouTube's weird. Anyway, back to the story. Where was I? But I'll see what I can help you with. My dad died of a heart attack. She interrupted me. I heard typing. Oh my God. Wake up, bitch. Goddamn. Hang on, I'm pulling up his chart. You said you're Willa? I think I met you at the funeral, and I remember your dad used to talk about you. Didn't you guys exercise together? We swam, I said, gripping a handful of my comforter in my tight, balled up fist. But he died while we were swimming. Oh, right, she said. Sorry, my fucking ear. There was an embarrassed silence. It's okay, I said. I just have a question about heart attacks. Because the day my dad died, right before he died, we had a big fight. A fight, she echoed. An argument, I mean. We weren't even yelling or anything, but we were both really angry. The sting of the memory made my throat tighten, but I kept talking, unable to stop. Good God. I left the pool, and when I changed my mind and went back, he was floating. I don't know if he was dead at that point or not, but the paramedics declared him dead after they tried CPR. Everybody tried CPR. The gym even had a defibrillator, but it didn't work. Right, she said. I see all that here, in the notes from the hospital. What's your question? I'm so sorry. I don't know why I'm yawning so much. It's not even that late. I pressed the phone to my ear, my breath coming in shaking bursts. Did I, off my dad? Oh, honey, she said. No. I waited for her to elaborate. That's it? She said. That's my answer. A categorical no, not a chance. But I stressed him out. I gave him a heart attack. Your father was exerting himself physically, and honestly, the normal, healthy 44-year-old man shouldn't have had a heart attack from that level of physical exertion. Certainly not from an argument, one where you weren't even yelling. Wyatt had basically said the same thing. But then I stared at the keys on the keyboard until they all seemed to meld together. Why did he die? Hold on. Let me look at something, okay? I actually kind of like this doctor. She seems nice. The line was filled with jazzy old hold music. The sudden contrast almost made me laugh in a crazy way. A couple of minutes passed, and I was afraid Dr. Pamela had forgotten about me. Then there was a click, and the music disappeared. Oh, good God. Oh my God. I don't know why I'm fucking yawning so much. Hello, Willa? She asked. Still there? I'm still here. My heart was beating 1,000 beats a minute. I just called the hospital and had a medical examiner's records emailed over. She said, hang on. The findings were consistent. A bunch of medical terms that I have no idea how to pronounce. So we're just going to say they were consistent, resulting in sudden cardiac death. I don't know what that means, I whispered. It's a genetic heart condition, she said. It means that your father lived his whole life. Good God, why did that scare me? Oh my God. I'm going insane. I think I'm just tired. Oh my God. Anyway. Where was I? It means your father lived his whole life with a mutated gene. Oh my god. Fuck. That predisposed him for a condition known for causing sudden cardiac events, often without any hint of symptom prior to the event. Tell me, Willa, how long had you guys been swimming that morning? I tried to dredge up the details so long suppressed under an avalanche of guilt and pain. Maybe about minutes. We usually swam for a half hour, but Dad stopped. I drew my breath sharply. He stopped, I said, suddenly remembering. He said he was suddenly really tired. He thought he'd rest for a minute, and then we could start again. But that's when we started talking about Aiden, my boyfriend. Dad hated him, and it turned into an argument, so I left. I went back to the locker room. Obviously, I didn't have a chance to examine your father myself. The doctor said, her voice gentle. But given what you've just said, and your findings from the autopsy, nothing you did caused your father's death. What's more, Willa, nothing you could have done would have saved him. I stared at the computer screen, feeling a tightness in my own chest. Don't take this in an alarming way, but you should probably be screened for the condition at some point. An echocardiogram? I hope I said that right? Or MRI. I know what an MRI is. I don't know what the other one is. I've had those, I said. Both of them. Everything was normal. I remembered Mom's panic attack over my headaches. Was it because she knew what had really offed Dad? Then why didn't she tell me? Maybe because I never asked. And whenever she tried to talk to me about Dad, I simply refused. I'd never been willing to talk about it. Well, that's good. Dr. Pamela said. Then after a long pause, she spoke again, with a note of curiosity in her voice. Why did you call now? Why 2 years later? I swallowed hard. I think I just finally wanted to know the truth. Monday, when I set my tray down beside him, Wyatt looked at me as if I'd lit the table on fire. Then he instinctively glanced over at the couches, where Marie's group of friends sat without showing the slightest hint of wondering where I was. She's homesick today, I said. It's safe. Someone might tell her, he said. Without answering, I pulled out a chair and sat down, pushing some of his books aside to make room for myself. Since we're on the subject of Marie, I said, can you please tell me exactly what went on with you guys? You want my side of the story? He glanced up sharply. Does this mean you don't believe I stalked her? I want to check something, because I'm getting real tired. Okay, we're good. Bitch. I'm fighting with a book. Well, technically a page, but still. On reflection, I said, Marie seems to have a complicated relationship with the truth. He snorted. You can say that. I don't understand, though, I said. What's her deal? He looked unhappy with happy. Sorry, I almost added a word. In my estimation, Marie's kind of a a pathological. She's charming, smart, and incredibly manipulative, with shockingly little concern for her feelings, or for the feelings, or well being of other people. But hey, maybe that's just my experience. Mm, okay, now I'm awake. Oh goddamn. That helped a lot. Where was I? But why does she do those things? I asked. To what end? To her own end, he said, shrugging. That's the point. For the glory of Marie. She was so nice to me, though, I said. Of course she was, he said. She wanted you to like her. She still wants you to like her. Heck, she still wants me to like her, even though she told half the school I stalked her. As much as she tries to pretend otherwise, she thrives on the approval of other people. And there's basically no limit to what she'll say to get it. I nodded. I don't say this lightly, Wyatt said, and I rather you didn't repeat it. Frankly, it's not my business how Marie wants to deal with the world. She taught me a pretty valuable lesson. For that, I'm actually grateful. It's not my intention to spread rumors about her. Even though she spreads them about you, he nodded. So, what do? I asked. Stop hanging out with her? You do whatever you feel you need to do. Mm. Is she going to spread rumors about me too? As I asked the question, I realized. Sorry, someone's texting me. I realized the whole brunette drama wasn't too far off the mark from rumor spreading. I actually scratched that. I think I know the answer. Bitch. Thank you. Wyatt gave me an understanding look. I sat back in my chair. Then I looked at Wyatt and took a huge breath. And also, you were right, I said, studying my sandwich on the lunch tray. About my dad. I talked to his doctor. He had a genetic heart condition. Genetic. Wyatt looked alarmed. Then you should probably be screened for it. It turns out I have been. Thanks to your concern, though. Or thanks for your concern, though. Then I tried to smile apologetically. God, I can't talk now. But I'm pretty sure it came out as a pained grimace. And I'm sorry for what I said at your house. No, he said. I'm sorry. You were wrong about a lot of things, but you were right. I had no business looking into your personal affairs. We were both wrong, I said. Do two wrongs make a right? Maybe in Marie's world. He gave me an ironic smile. So, anything to update? Yeah, I said. There was a pretty major update. I told Wyatt how I discovered Paige's death online. Hold on. Wyatt stared at me with his eyebrows raised. You sat down. My brain just glitched. Hi, welcome in. You sat down and led with Marie rather than this huge revolution? Because I knew that once I told you about Paige, we wouldn't be talking about anything else, I replied. Good point, he nodded. So, did you look up the details of her death? No, I said. I just ran out of energy. I mean, I've been begging the ghost of Diana Del Mar, that's still a long name, to throw me a bone. Not literally. And she's gone. I mean, what's the point? The point? Why, I looked genuinely confused. The point is to find out the truth. I'd forgotten how I can't talk. Oh my god. Sorry, I'm waiting for the noise to go away. Okay. That was a loud car. Anyway. I'd forgotten how comforting it was to have someone around who believed you, who was willing to help. I felt a grateful smile tighten its way to my lips, or finding its way to my lips. But as my eyes met Wyatt's, the cafeteria and everything in it faded to a white oblivion. And that, my beautiful, beautiful raindrops, is the end of chapter 25. Oh. That's something I didn't notice. I will be back tomorrow with chapter 26. But until then, please do tell me thoughts and theories in the comments. I'm always in those comments, and I love hearing your thoughts and theories. But until then, good morning, good afternoon, and good night, my beautiful raindrops. Stay spooky, stay weird, stay dreaming, and don't let the wave cats bite.